Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports. We are here live and in charge for a little TFRL, the Fixed Racing League, TGIF. It is time for the playoffs to begin, and it is an absolute dream machine that you could ever ask for. I tell you what, we're gonna have some fun tonight. That's an understatement. That's for darn sure. Playoffs begin. Here's your round of 12 drivers. David Arand has the points lead currently coming into this one, and they are right on points. Kenny Reel second in points, again with a win on the series. We have 6 different winners and a whole bunch of different stage points. Right now, if the playoffs were to end tomorrow, or this round would end tomorrow, Jonathan Casebeard, you move it on to the next round. That is the way it goes. These drivers are hooked up, and they're going to start gridding in here in just a moment. As the points look, it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody out there. If you haven't done so, like, follow, subscribe on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. All 3 platforms. Get out there, have some fun with it. Here's your starting grid for today's race. David Arand is going to be your pole sitter. Outside pole sitter is going to be Brian Wasserman, Jason Kraft, and Dalton Powell are going to make it row number 2. Chris Justice, Jeremy Bailey going to make up row number 3. Richard Hurst and Noel Holmberg in row number 4. Jason Branch and Jay Stenson in row number 5. Russell Blackwell, William Ann Jr. to his outside in row number 6. Row 7 will be Grady Sullivan and Robert Dudley. Give it a old look at what they've got going on. About then that pulse, it's going to be good. Kenny Reel, Jonathan Casebeard going to make up that next row. Matt Murray is going to have David Farella and Corey Rowe out there as well. Amar Paintworks is the sponsor of the series and, of course, is out there on the race control. Much love to Amar. Hopefully he's going to have a wonderful day. I hope he is going to have a wonderful day, because that would only make sense, right? That's the way that I see it. It's the way I would like to continue to move it forward. I'm going to reload SDK here, folks, because I think little logos are not popping up for Fixed Racing League series. If I have to, I will make that fix very quickly. It's all good. Amar, Gen 6 playoff race 1 here in Kentucky. It's going to be 167 laps, 4 sets of tires. Stage is going to be at 45, 90 at 167. And then the big number, the 60% fuel. It is going to be tight, and we love to see it. We love seeing all of that stuff out there. Donnie giving us a like. Robert Dudley giving us a like as well. Thank you very much. Darth Mauls, I'm not going to say the last part of that, gave us a follow out there as well. I want to give some love to each and every one of you out there. Thank you so much. There's a oh, that's the wrong one. Main alert box. Much love to everybody. Sponsors to the series as well. David Arand leads them off pit road, and Kentucky is a phenomenal racetrack, and Kentucky doesn't get ran near as much as what it used to, and no, this track has just not been what you're used to. That's for sure. Bob Dude, give us a like and a share. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. We do have some driver camps tonight, brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited. Go to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Get yourself some holiday spirits out there. That's some good stuff. There's a lot of beef jerky from. He's got not only beef jerky, he's got pork and chicken, different flavors, different profiles. Got a flavor for everybody out there. I encourage you to go check it out as we see these drivers get locked in. Rich Hurst, and then there is Dalton Powell, the big man himself. And I think that's Jason Branch again. Like it. And then, of course, regular season champion Chris Justice for the. They are locked in. I'm locked in. You're locked in. Ready to go green flag racing, I do believe. Pace car is going to dive in. Start restart zone. Power ready. You're ready. I'm ready. We're ready. There's the pit lane exit. There's the guy. AKA Fred, AKA Barney, however you want to call him. We're going green. Somebody jumped the outside early. Oh, they're wrecking. Quick caution. It's going to happen. Dark Horizon Fishing giving you your caution today. I saw that one happen. Here's the start of the race. Whoop, somebody got loose, and then the shift 49 Deadly goes around. And just like that. Lap 1. Actually, that might mess some things up. They wrecked before the start-finish line. We'll see if that's going to be. I don't know who did it. Somebody. A slow start up there. I wanted to see it. It was a 31 of Jay Stenson here. Ooh, just got a good race. Got a good start. I don't know if he started in first gear or what he started in there. Let me back up here. We'll pop the sponsors off just a second. I kind of want to see if it'll show me his gear here when he goes. Maybe not. Take a look. Actually, we'll go inside the car. Let's go inside the cockpit view. See what it says. Actually, we'll have to back up just a little bit. Let's back up. Well, it's not showing me anything. Well, listen. Just not a great start to that one. Nowhere for Dudley to go as well. Brian Wasserman. All back in the mix. Good to see Brian out there. I'm meeting the drivers. I'm saving fuel right now. Fourth gear, clutching it in. Got to make sure that you're saving as much fuel as possible. Yep. I wondered if our logos were going to be loaded in. So bear with me, folks. I'm gonna get some things changed here. Because those logos were supposed to be changed already. So bear with me. We'll get those logos reloaded in for all the fine folks out there. Some channels changed on my Discord, so bear with me. There you go. That should pop up for you. We'll make sure we get a Mars logo in there as well, because it should have been. It should have been. All right. Make sure Mars logo shows up like it's supposed to. And then sometimes you just have to do this stuff on the fly, my friends. You have to do it on the fly. Oh. All right. They're ready. I'm ready. David Arand is going to be up here. Thank you to the fine folks who on the Fixed Racing League for being out there. Thank you to Dark Horizon Fish for being a cautious sponsor each and every race. Thank you to Beef Jerky Unlimited for being our driver can sponsor. And then on top of all that, thank you to Chop Chop for being our commentary sponsor. They've got a new thing going. I like to hear it. Kentucky's ready to go. We're finally green. The tricky track and stage points matter. Chris Justice on the bottom. Something happened to Chris here. Inside the cockpit view. I have to listen. Oh no. Oh, his engine blew. There's a money shift. Something happened there. That's a mechanical failure. Hopefully he's going to be able to get a fast repair here, get himself back out there. He had to jump to pit road. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a mechanical failure. I'm not sure what it was, but wow. Kraft towing Rich Hurst here. Rich Hurst in the 15. Get himself a good run. Somebody that's been really kicking butt as of late. Going to be this guy, Dalton Powell. He's really stepped up his game. He's put himself on the market and on the map when it comes to getting those races to kind of fall in where he needs to, and has just been absolutely killing it. So these drivers are talented enough to have some fun with this, folks. So don't ever think that a lap on caution can't happen, because it's happened in NASCAR. Drivers ready to go. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal evening. Our CPU usage is a little higher today, and I think that was all because of I was working on some things on my end. Brian Wasserman rolling. How about Jason Kraft back here in the 43? Runs the fastest lap of the race. Nice little race line for them all. Some point next week we will have our driver, our side by side. So that is something that folks just bear in mind. We're working on it. We're trying to get ourselves locked in for that. Let's go. Number 15 says Brittany out there. Noma TV is one of our sponsors. Noma TV giving all the sights, sounds, and pleasures of iRacing broadcasts as well. Go check them out. YouTube.com/Noma_TV. Race fans, great racing commentary coming your way by none other than myself, of course. Please help by hitting the like, share, and subscribe. That is on all the platforms. You can follow me on Twitch. You can do it all. Do it all. Do it everywhere. You know what I mean? If you haven't hit that like button, I encourage you to do so. I missed one driver cam because and this is something that we have to make sure that we keep saying that here, is that the driver cams are up, and I will accept driver cams up until I go live. If you're watching this after the fact, please remember that I'm not going to change any more driver cams after I go live. If you're not in there before qualifying, I'm gonna make an announcement about that. But if you're not there before qualifying, we'll have to make that change. How about this pack racing back here? Jay Stenson's got Jeremy Bailey with him. Dudley trying to make up some ground here from that accident. Actually, he's right where he started to begin the race, but he's just got a little bit of work to do. Here's Stenson in the 31. Ran a Kansas race earlier today. I was in top split, got my butt whooped. I started dead last and finished 14th. Well, he lost like 21 iRating, but I got my butt whooped. I got a lot of improvement to do. That's for darn sure. Top split's insane. But I haven't raced all week. This is the first race all week. We're at Kansas, so I hadn't had the chance. Last time I raced was last week during our Toys for Tot stuff. Good possibility. Amar, thank you very much for the like. Appreciate you, sir. That's the guy you want to go see. Amar Paintworks. AMR.Paintworks. I definitely want to check him out where it is. I've got a featured link thing here that's supposed to be able to get what I'm saying, and I can show it on Facebook, which is cool. We're at 18,528 followers on Facebook, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers on YouTube as well. You are all absolutely amazing. Without you, I couldn't continue to move and groove and grow and do the best that I could to be able to do this. So it's been a pleasure. That's for darn sure. Brian Wasserman trying to track down David Arand. In front of him, there is Chris Justice, who's about 3 laps down. He's going to be able to get some of these, 2 laps down. He's going to be able to get some of this time back as long as he can continue to move forward and stay Ahead of anybody that's being, well, I mean, if somebody gets lapped right now, you get David Farella back here. He's got no nose in the front of that car. There's Grady Sullivan right behind him. These drivers are going to be looking for free passes and lucky dog spots. Chris Justice will be, of course, try to push some boundaries here. His last lap, 31.36. Your leader, 31.02. Justice having to use a fast repair to repair the engine. So, caution comes out. There's one of those. That's going to be one of those lucky dog spots. He's going to get Jay Stenson having an issue here. Here's a look. Stenson gets to the back of the 32. And then he gets that patented helicopter award. That's the second caution he's been involved in here. There it is. I do have a new one that I absolutely love. You know, I do love it. I'll have to pull it up because it's an online source. So, we'll go back. Jeremy Bailey in on pit road. Get some of the car fixed. How about it? Chris Justice is going to be a lucky dog. Going to be able to rebound here. And if he can stay on the lead lap, or if he can stay out front of anybody who's going to be lapped down, that'll be a big situation. But everybody pretty much coming to pit road. I would say that fuel's going to be a big strategy here. Tire sets are going to be another problem when it comes to this racetrack too. These tires do wear. But I think, what do we got? We got 3 attempts at a green white checkered. They have 7 sets of tires. So they'll have plenty of tires. I mean, they can change tires pretty much every time they come to pit road. Right side only might be a thing. Somebody might try and take 4 tires and win a stage. Stage points matter just as much as any of the other ones as well. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Got a handful of drivers that did decide to take tires. Chris Justice come around here and no doubt come to pit road, get himself some of that good stuff. And there's a look at pit road. What was I doing? I was going to my dashboard. That's what I was doing. Excuse me. Visual and sound alerts. Attention. Figure. My buttons. I'm going to turn this off right afterwards because those who are on Twitch can actually play some. But I wanted to show this one that I'm trying to get loaded into. I'm trying to actually just get it loaded into my hotkey. Where's it at? Here we go. Let's see if it'll show. It should. It should show right about somewhere around here. Maybe. Maybe. Settings. Go. Bear with me, folks. But sure. But it's supposed to work here. Let's see. Should work, right? Should work. Good evening, Mr. Anthony. How are you doing, sir? Mr. Shook. Hey, I guess it's just not working. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, it's a spinning kid. It's funny. It cracks me up, makes me laugh. And I'll somehow, some way get it to work. All right, David Duran's going to be, he wins the race off pit road, so these drivers are going to get ready to go back at it here. iRacing.com, use my name, Signature Esports. Okay, Spear from a spotter. Use promo code Signature Esports whenever you register, and you'll support me. It is literally Signature Space Esports. That's the driver you're going to recommend, and that'll help you get signed up. And of course, when you create your new account, it'll be a great referral for us over here. We'll be able to utilize that extra money to get more tracks and to get more cars for our second account. I forgot that was something to do. You know, I forget we can do that for myself. I always tell you to use the other drivers, but this time. All right, let's go. Little bit of stuttering. New tires ready to rule the roost here, though. Man Jr. back here at the 29, trying to go some places. We see some of the newer tires. Actually, Rich Hurst was one of the drivers that was that decided to gamble. Started fifth, is now up to third. I'm sorry, started seventh, is now up to third. He went and came and took some tires. Trying to get himself some stage points, carrying forward. This is 15. Drops in the corner, gets around Brian Wasserman here. 15, trying to go to the lead. David Durand. Not much you can do when it comes to the new tires. Again, stage is going to end on lap 45, so a lot of time for this to level off. Richard Hurst, if he can get himself around, put a couple of drivers a lap down, we'll see if that's going to happen. David Farella back here, still without a front clip. Might be just trying to save that until he can make it happen. There's Chris Justice back here, start at the tail of the field, is just trying to nurse the car around until they get back around, and we'll see what's over that end. It's going to be at the end of all this one. There's Grady Sullivan trying to battle for a little bit of spot. Another spot here is going to be 2 or 3 laps down, still 3 laps down. Chris Justice still trying to keep the car clean for as long as possible. To have to use a fast repair that early changes kind of everything. Jason Kraft in the 43 has gotten himself around a few drivers. How about Russell Black here? Russell's in the number 64. He has gotten himself up to third, took right sides only. Eddie Real with new tires coming around the 24 as well. Every point matters as they continue to work. This is a good little race they have going on so far. A couple very early cautions can jeopardize the race line. But for the most part, these drivers have been trying different strategies. We'll see how it goes. 26 of 167 being complete. Gonna find it all. There you go, 15, says Brittany. Strategy is everything, man. It is everything. Thank you to everybody out there again. Amar, thank you for the share bomb, dude. Thank you very much. Donnie Williams, thank you again. Thank you to all the fine folks out there for giving us likes on Facebook. There is a possibility that I will be moving the iRacing streams to one platform. There's a possibility. because Restream has been having some issues keeping up with their servers and their back end. And I do not want to use Streamlabs. So, now I will still continue to have my personal gaming on Twitch. Little wall tap for the 43 there. But something that I might end up doing is I might end up, why are those so far forward? Bear with me, people. Give me a second. Aha. It's weird. There we go. I had to reset some cameras there. Sorry about that. Let's see if it fixed. Yeah, there we go. And that platform, Jason Kraft gets out front. Rich Hurst falls back to second here. Good little battle here with the new tires. Jason Kraft gonna hold on. Russell Black to the bottom side. Just really didn't have to put too much into that one. But now, Kenny Reel, the elder of the iRating here, next to David Duran. Track position and tires rule the roost. There's Willie Mann Jr. has Jonathan Casebeer in front of him. 29 to the bottom side. It's a little bit of nose damage on the front of that 29. I think that might be from a bump there that kind of just holds its own. Be 14 laps to go this time by. Jason Kraft try to hold on. 15 of Richard Hurst there to the bottom side. Biggest move of the race, tied between two drivers. Kenny Reel, Jonathan Casebeer actually under fire from Willie Mann Jr. So Kenny Reel still takes that number right now. Willie Mann Jr. able to get around. Jonathan Casebeer when he came in got some damage fixed. 25, 22. No doubt he had to have taken some kind of tire there. Right now, Jay Stenson came in on 17. He took tires as well. He's got David Duran running 31.4s right now. Jason Kraft leads the field. On board, the Beef Jerky Unlimited cars. You see, he is wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let's go. Now the delay is just a little bit. What you see out of his camera is a little faster than what iRacing is. Let me click that button just to make sure that we're as close as we can. See the change that's happening here. Bit of Rich Hurst. It's driver 2. Out of the throttle, just trying to maintain, keep it away from the wall. The NASCAR wheel. Check in on Dalton Powell. I think Dalton's in the number 3 cam. There he is. Just chilling, just relaxing. He sees some congestion in front of him. The church dropping back to third now. As Kenny Reel gets to the bottom side. Last driver up there right now is Chris Justice. .36 mile length, and I'm sorry, the track is 1.36 miles in length. And right now, you see what he's got going on right now. He just needs to take it easy. Just keep it going, keep it easy. The phonetic wheel just kind of phonetic wheel. Base looks familiar. You know, these things do happen. Yeah, these drivers working on it. I like my driver cams. I think they're amazing. I can't wait to be able to. I'm gonna end up putting them in boxes here pretty soon and getting them all situated the way I want them, because that's a real thing. It is a real thing. All right, folks. Keep the chats lively. 38 of 167. It's a long race. It really is. These are long lap times for a track that's under a mile and a half. The track temperature was the big one at 1.46 miles. Sorry, folks, I was wrong there. I thought it was 1.36 miles, so it's 1.46 miles. The 60% fuel puts them on pit road quite often. Changes the way the car drives, changes the downforce. There's a whole lot can happen. Chris Justice working his way back around. Corey Rowe, Brian Wasserman. Not to look in their mirror too soon. 3 and 4 is busy, and they got about 6 laps to go before the end of stage 1. Kenny Reel and Rich Hurst back side by side. Rich Hurst working the outside lane. Kentucky's a very, very, very multi-groove racetrack. And these cars do like to battle. 15 will cross over here. And now Kenny Reel gets back out front of Rich Hurst, who goes back to third. You watch that second lane. Rich Hurst is doing exactly what he needs to do. Russell Black on the bottom side. If this thing could run longer than the 60% fuel would allow, this would be an interesting strategy to see. But stage is coming up. And between 38 and 40 laps of fuel might be what they can get. We'll see. Jason Kraft out front, last lap, 32:01. Kenny Reel, Russell Black faster. So is Richard Hurst, but these drivers have been battling it out, so they're not playing catch-up right now. The more they battle, the more they hurt each other. There's no catching them. Russell Black, straight line drive into the corner. See him bobble there, gets a little bit free. Rich Hurst will be able to catch up here, keep himself in tow. The points do matter here. William Mann Jr. closing in as well, 31.98 the last lap. Everybody's faster than the leader last time by. Everybody but Noah Holmberg, Brian Wasserman, Corey Rowe, and David Farella. Chris Justice faster as well. This time by 32 second lap. Sorry, folks. I've been having a sleep issue. White flag for the stage. Lap 45 comes around. Kenny Reel not able to close in the distance any more than that. He and Russell Black kind of working on it. You don't want to drive into the corner and lift yourself out of the corner. You want to drive in and use the downhill approach. Good news is 24 is going to be able to get some stage points here. 31 will be there to the inside of Jonathan Caseper. Stage will be thrown. And that'll be the drivers. Jason Kraft gets a stage win here. As come around to pace, top 5 will be Kenny Reel, Russell Black, Rich Hurst, and Willie Mann Jr. It's your top 5. Amar, if you're listening, brother, you don't have to put in stage brakes, brother. You can put in when pit road's closing. That'd be cool. Thank you, sir. All right. Case Beer 6th, Stinson 7th, Duran's going to be 8th, Jeremy Bailey 9th, Jason Branch 10th. It'll be all your stage points there. Dave Duran doing a hell of a job keeping up on his tires. And I'm yawning again. Sorry, folks. I promise. It's not boring. 52 will be your lucky dog. Should be your lucky dog here. Grady Sullivan could staff for a free pass here, but they will have at least one more stage. The 52 should. Yeah, here you go. He should get the lucky dog. Grady Sullivan with some right front damage right now. Kentucky's a very flat racetrack. The banking here about 12% on the grade. So let me pull that up real quick. I want to pull that up because that's Sparta, Kentucky. It is 1 and 2, 17 degrees. 14 degrees at a 3 and 4, and then 8 and 10. Yeah, I was close. Straight away. The back straight has a 4-degree bank. Tri-ovals 8 to 10 degrees progressively. That's flat. It's flat for these cars. I mean, they literally have to use every bit of momentum they can to get themselves back around and working on it. Thank you so much, folks out there. Thank you for all the folks who've reached up at that like button. Make sure you do so. Hit that like button. It does go a long way. It helps us out, gives us some love, makes us viable to pretty much everybody that's out there. You know. And I would not doubt people who have come to pit road coming to pit road again for fuel to be able to ensure that they're going to be able to make it. See it time and time again. Kenny Reel coming in. He is he's trying to have maybe he didn't take tires. Taking tires this time. It's unfortunate. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like, sir. Much love, brother. Much love. Yeah. We're gonna go back to it. They just have to keep themselves cool, calm, and collected for another 40 or so laps. And they'll be fine. They'll be fine. It'll be fine. I like this camera. This camera's good. It's a fun camera. It's funny. Listen, folks. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Huh. We hear the announcer talking about the drivers. I could hear it in my headset. I know you folks probably couldn't hear it, but that is the tower cam. Kentucky has what's called a tower cam. There's a spectate cam, which is a nosebleed section camera. And then they have TV1, and then they have TV2. I have changed the pit lane cameras. There's the pit lane is now my start finish line. That's where our flagman is. And this is the pit road, the battle off pit road. This driver's leaving pit road right now. There's that big old cone. There's a far chase. This is called rear chase. This is called chase. Far chase. Chopper cam. There's our blimp view. Cockpit. Right rear suspension. Right front suspension. Gyro cam. Left rear suspension. And this is called from the left front. This is the roll bar. It looks back at the drivers. This is the gearbox camera. It looks at the driver in the back. This is your nose camera. Yeah. Get some penalties coming up. 43 and the 88 will be serving black flags for passing the pace car. Did they pass the pace car? Black goes, green flag. Oh, yeah, there it is. David Duran to the bottom side, 3 wide into turn 1. Level playing field. Now David Duran will continue to try to push here. He's right behind Rich Hurst. No sense in trying to drive too aggressively right now. Let the tires come in. 51 to 167. William Mann Jr. very, very good. Jason Branched here as well. So Kenny Reel and Jason Kraft. Jason Kraft won the last stage, and this is a hurt for him. The big hurt. Passing the pace car. Unfortunate. 64-15. 15 backing up the corner. Rich Hurst is going to be in second. David Duran is going to drop to the bottom. 64 down to block the bottom lane. Russell Black trying to hold off David Duran. Getting started on pole. He's trying to work his way back there. But he's also, these drivers are serving there. Those are full penalties. 23-second penalties. That's unfortunate. Very easy to go 2 laps down here, and that's going to happen. Already 1 lap down now. It's going to be 2 laps as we call it. So Kenny Reel will have to get up to speed. He's going to be 2 laps down. I'm curious to what made that penalty come out. So when did they pass the pace car? I'm going back and looking. So Kenny Reel. I'm trying to just get some clarification here, folks. That's it. There's the 44, Kenny Reel. Leaving pit road again. Oh, I think I know how they passed. Oh, they did. For sure they did. Just like NASCAR, folks. Yep. 88 was just following the 43 on pit road. Can't do that. David Duran, Rich Hurst is going to be 1-2. Russell Black back to third now. As William Mann Jr. is up in the fields. Kenny Reel right behind Grady Sullivan. And there to the outside of the 79. It's Corey Rowe. Corey with some right front damage right now. That Harley Davidson Chevy Camaro. Dave Ferrella. He's been getting the car kind of worked on. We get a new nose. He's just getting it fixed time after time. Yeah, 57 seconds on pit road. They put the front. They were able to flex seal the bumper back on. It's Jason Kraft here trying to get himself back around the 9. He's a 45 of Noah Holmberg. A little free there on the corner. They're still trying to get the run in. David Durant out front, 3/10 of a second lead. Rich Hurst. Rich can back up his corner. And just right behind the 24, he'll see kind of where he needs to run. Give up too much ground, but don't push too hard. So Black in third. I'm going to take a hydrate break, folks. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button. Thank you to all my sponsors. Thank you to each and every one of you for being out there. Thank you to Amar for being the race controller and kicking butt and taking names. And thank you to Admin Box for being out there as well. Yeah. I'm going to throw this on the... Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see what these drivers do. Okay. Little stuttering. I'm going to fix that real quick, folks. Put you on the starting suit screen. I'm going to fix this. Hold on. There you go. All the cool, good stuff going on now. There it is. Had to fix some audio issues as well. Those were really loud. Let's love 63, 167. Hydrate time. You do it so yourself, folks. Reach up. Whatever you're drinking. Do what my buddy Kyle says. Drink, drink, drunk. Been here talking to you guys, and buttons pushed wrong. Dalton Powell in 10th. Looking at his last lap time, 32:09. David Duran, 32:11. 32:46 for Richard Hurst as Mr. Dudley starts to make some headway. Kenny Reel trying to keep himself out front of some of the race line here. One of the things that I'm seeing is having to push a little harder, wants to get that lap back. Got a few drivers a lap down. William Mann Jr. coming on pit road. Mari's coming on pit road as well. Get that fuel cycle taken, or that I would assume the fuel cycle taken care of here. We'll see. Kenny Reel pushing a little harder, trying to get what he can out of this. And I mean, that feels 88 up into the 15. Little door contact there. 15 doing what he can. But right now, 88 of Kenny Reel gets himself in. David Duran taking his fuel cycle here. Brian Wasserman took a penalty last time, or took it. Yeah, he got on pit road for about 50 seconds last time he came to pit road. He's taking tires and fuel. David Duran getting his tires and fuel this time by. Should have plenty of tires, plenty of fuel to get around this one. Seeing drivers come in. They last pitted on 47. A lot of drivers taking tires and fuel. Some of the drivers came in on 49. Holmberg came in, got a little bit of extra fuel just to try to run just a little bit longer. How about Rich Hurst here? Is your race leader. Oh, baby, 3 wide. Kenny Reel gets one of his laps back. Will be one of the lucky dogs here. And trying to cruise. Get himself back around, get himself some of that extra pace. Right now, there's a 25. That's a driver that Kenny Reel will be trying to chase down. There's a 79 to Corey Rowe as well. Dave Farrell on the 9. Next to go. Rich Hurst back to third as Jay Stenson takes over the lead. A whole lot of people kind of tossed in between each other. Some lap down traffic. There's the 28 of Jason Branch here. He's trying to get back on the lead lap himself, keeping on 70. Branch goes to the outside. Trying to get around a couple of drivers here. Chris Justice to the lead here for having that mechanical failure and using a fast repair. Gets himself out front here. 81 to 167. At 31 to the bottom side, Jay Stenson trying to shove that back in there. Comes to pit road. Here's the pit road cycle for him. This will right on board down pit road. Try to keep yourself on par and get yourself checked in. Russell Black goes around. 52 out front. Dudley close second here. Half second separating the two drivers. And they have really, really, really pushed here. Fuel only for a couple of drivers here. See if any of these drivers could be able to manage some race pace. Tires for David Duran. David and Jason Branch, both of these drivers taking tires on their cycle. Noel Holmberg still needs to come to pit road. Jonathan Casepier in now. Chris Justice is your race leader. Seeing a lot of drivers get their lap back right now. There's the 88 of Kenny Reel. Kenny Reel pushing very hard for to keep that lap. He don't need a caution this time. A little right side. Now you see the right side damage for the 88 there. Now goes back 2 laps down. Now back to that 1 lap shenanigans. Dudley, your new race leader, as Chris Justice comes to pit road. Dalton Powell. Powell in the 51. Keeping on 47. We'll have to make that choice of when to come to pit road. There's the 52. Keep that right side all nice and clean. That's one of the things that you're seeing here. Dudley scooting off the pit road. Brian Wasserman still trying to get a lap back here. A lot of drivers a lap down at time at the current moment. We'll see Wasserman come around. Dalton Powell, now your race leader. Maury right behind him. We'll have to try to naturally get that lap back. Dalton Powell, I don't know that he saved enough fuel. He might have tried to save enough fuel. We'll see. 13.5 seconds to David Duran. Jason Branch to second. Russell Black in fourth. I'm sorry, third for Jason Branch. David Duran in second. Dalton Powell still out front. 11.8 seconds. 87 complete. How about them apples? You hear them clutching here. A whole lot of laps. 51 bottom side of the race line. Try to get himself some stage points here. Needs 3 clean laps. David Duran, last lap 3 seconds faster. Just able to run. Dalton Powell coming around. Last lap 33.6. David Duran 30.99. So just under 31 second lap. Be 2 to go at the stage. Dalton Powell he's coming down. Just say he was trying to maximize as many points as he can. Has to come to pit road now. Ooh, did he get down? Ooh. 45 miles an hour. Pit road will be closed now. Dalton Powell will be able to take his pit stop. He came in before the leader crossed the start-finish line. So, tire and fuel strategy happening right now. David Farella right in front of David Duran. Dalton Powell will have to take that cycle. He is dropping a lot of spots right now. That's your cycle. White flag waves. The final lap here for the stage. Dalton Powell got a penalty. He was too fast entering. So he will be a lap down. David Farella would be your lucky dog. Dalton Powell will be coming out here. As Kenny Reel still 2 laps down. Took a cycle in 83. But David Duran comes around, gets the stage. 79 will be your lucky dog, actually. Corey Rowe able to sneak around. So David Farella not going to get that lucky dog. And you might think that some of the drivers who just came in might stay out, get that free pass. Some of these drivers may decide to stay out as well. Take that block. I don't know. We'll see. Good things happen to those who wait. Yep. Yeah, sorry folks. I had some volume issues earlier, so iRacing got really loud when I made an adjustment, so I had to get back out and do it again. All right. A lot of drivers still have to come all the way back around, meet back up with the pace car. 43 should be, it's Jason Kraft here. He should be right there in that mix. '24 gets your stage win. It'll be Jason Branch, Russell Black, Brian Wasserman, Robert Dudley, your top 5. Stinson, Justice, Maury, Mann, and Hurst, your top 10. Green flag pit cycles are going to be the big one. What are they doing next week? Nothing. They're taking a holiday off next week. That's what's happening. If you did not know, next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States, and we're going to be eating some turkey on Thursday. We got quite a few days off. We're starting new leagues on Sunday and Tuesday. So we have racing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then we'll be off all the way until the following Sunday. Let's look at 802. Hold on. I gotta look at the 802. Give me a second. I forgot. Yeah, we'll be racing on the 26th. So there you go. I love it. It's amazing. I wondered if drivers were going to stay out. Chris Justice give it a 92. To tires and fuel. I mean, he waited a long time. So if he took right sides and a splash of fuel, it would make sense. He's been trying to play catch up to David Duran since that early issue. Dalton Powell out for the free pass here. So he will get one of his laps back. Will still be a lap down. Just stayed out a little bit too long. Maybe a lap or two too long. All right. Well, they are ready to go. If you see your driver, shout out your favorite driver. Here's Mr. Branch. We share names. It's Chris Justice, current race leader. I believe he's live streaming. Dalton Powell gets one of his laps back. Like to see it. I like seeing drivers like be able to duke it out. All be on the same lap. You know what I mean? Thank you to Beef Jerky Unlimited for being my driver can sponsor. We love them. We appreciate them. Thank you to Noma TV for being out there helping us grow as well. We love to see it. Thinking of Chop Shop Racing, another fine league out there in the esports platform, for the iRacing platform at least. Lots of things to be able to, lots of leagues to be able to join. But if I had to recommend one, it'd be the Chop Shop Racing series. We're going. The Fixed Racing League is a great Gen 6 league. Absolutely. Chop Shop sponsors us too, so you know we try to make sure that we take care of all the leagues and give them the finest broadcasting ever. It's a huge momentum. Jason Branch out front of the 24 now. Let's see, paint shops. If you need a paint, amr.paintworks, facebook.com/Amar. Give him some love. That dude puts in some work. He really does. And he's got a heck of a talent now. He's learned a lot over the last couple of years of being in the simulator, being around iRacing, and would love to do it. The 8-second lane down to the 24 trying to get himself down. 24 to the inside, Jason Branch to the outside, double file right behind him. There's Chris Justice. Wasserman on the bottom side. Some of these drivers have been trying to take it easy. Brittany out there saying, all right, let's go. Maybe looking for this driver, maybe trying to save a little bit here. The battle for the lucky dog between Dalton Powell, David Farella, and Noel Holmberg. With the 45, the 9, and the 51. Oh, 52 goes around. There's your caution. Whoa, baby. Chris Justice. Oh. The net code of net codes. A little wiggle from the 7, but that should never have happened. And 52 was clear at some point here. Maybe he wasn't clear. He might not have had the clear here. It's Brian Wasserman there. I need to do this. That's what I need to do, folks. Forgive me. Need to back up a little bit here as well. I mean, he was clear right there. That's not enough time to just the run he got. Yeah, 7 was still there. And then, oof. Dang it. Here's a look at it one more time. We'll course speed it. 7's a little off the wall. Yeah. Some net code there. Yep. 43 in the back of the 88. Driver's just not getting on the brakes fast enough. Two drivers came to pit road. Corey Rowe did not. 79 still out there. He will be your lucky dog. Dalton Powell. Right behind them all. Jason Branch would be race leader, fuel only for the driver when he came in. He would have been your race leader. Corey Rowe did not come in and take fuel and tires. Some of these drivers coming in getting a splash and go, and I don't blame them. David Durand came in. I think he might. I don't know if he took tires here. He might have taken tires. Let's see. Let's see if he did. He did. Took both sets. Sure did. All right, let's go back to live. The new tires from the back of the pack. Jay Stenson, Rich Hurst, Noel Holmberg, Chris Justice back to pit road. Chris is just having to work on the car one lap at a time now. Unfortunate. Ryan Wasserman wrapped up into that as well. See, Chris would have been fine, but that earlier mechanical failure that he had just hurting the car, destroying the car. See him take tires there. He lifts up on the right side. Gonna take a little bit more damage repair. Corey Rowe stays out. Other drivers drop him to the back. Dalton Powell on the bottom side. Corey Rowe trying to do something different here. And Chris Justice still on pit road. I think a caution can still happen. I mean, the 79's up here. Rookie driver, 170 on the iRating, or 170 on the rookie license, 1038 on the iRating. Getting credit for some laps led here. Definitely he's gonna have his work cut out for him. Trying to hold off the drivers behind him. I mean, the tire cycle's the same, but the cars behind him have a little bit more weight. With the 60% load, it makes these cars a little bit more stable for them to run with a little bit more weight. Too much weight, you can lighten the fuel load, become faster later with new tires. But outside of that, just doesn't seem to be that case. Right. What was I trying to put up? Pit strategy. That's what I was trying to put up. There you go. There's the cycle. Dudley with an extra 38 laps for Dudley on his cycle. So now you kind of know what they can run. They got to pit at least one more time for a green flag pit stop. The tire fall off's been big enough that it doesn't matter. Here they come. Green flag. Corey Rowe out front. 2 and 3 wide here. William Mann Jr. up in the mix. How about 4 wide? Why not? David Duran trying to make a statement here. Went 4 wide. This was back here. This was on the restart. Caution comes out here. We'll take a look. Jeremy Bailey, Corey Rowe involved. So new tires for David Arand. Really not that much of a difference on the tires, but able to make it stick. Just had the run, and when I say 4 wide, he was 3 wide. It looked like they were getting ready to go 4 wide, and he just sticks it to the bottom side. Let's see what happened here to Corey Rowe. This is where the caution's going to come out here. Oh, little bobble. Here's some net code there. 24 is on his bumper. This is a real thing. 24 goes to cycle into the bottom. 79 straight line drives. Gets a little net code from the 24. Hold on. Back that up just a little bit here. Now, the 79 is going to drift up unless he breaks in the corner. And if I look at what I see here, 24 gets into the corner. Watch there. You see his 79 already starting to drift up. Like a little arrow loose. Not net code, arrow loose comes up, gets into the 25. 24 drives on by. 24 gets to the tires of the 79 and just puts them up the wall. That's a braking situation there. 79, 32 involved. Ouch. On board Jeremy Bailey here when this happens. He gets into the corner. He's got the line. Oh. Oh, man. Overhead view. Just nowhere to go. Noel might have gotten a little damage from that as well, but for the most part, those two drivers are the only ones taking it. Man, some good racing. I was about to see what David Duran was going to do there. Jason Branch here. Noel Holmberg comes in. Dalton Powell. Staying out. Who's your lucky dog? Do we not have a lucky dog? Oh, Noel was your lucky dog. 79 claimed the incident. I mean, unfortunate for Corey there. I think if there were more patience on the bottom side there by David Duran, David would have. Now, Mari had that saved. Okay, clearly had it saved because watch this. He gets into Mari, right? Gets him a little loose. Straight line drive in. This is a 79 here on the bottom side. See him drift up, get into the 25, but has it saved. 24 shoots the gap, and then that doors him into the 32. So there's multiple things there. And I like David. I think he's a phenomenal driver. I really do. I think a little bit of patience there would have ran that next section green. Would the 70 of 9 have fallen back? Yeah, he would have fallen back. He in that situation with the way his tires were at that particular point. Yeah, he would have fallen back a little bit. But now we've got the 32 of Jeremy Bailey involved in something here where he was an innocent bystander, and that's the thing, folks. In iRacing and league races, yeah, I know you want to win, but Durant has the advantage right now. He's the first driver inside the top 10, the only driver inside the top 7 that has new tires. You know what I mean? So, he has the advantage, and he knew, that Corey Rose stayed out, so he's at a disadvantage to everybody. You gotta take it easy. That's one of those things. You have to take it easy. You have to drive drive with a little bit of that conscious, you know what I mean? Russell Black, Matt Murray, David Duran, William Mann Jr., Robert Dudley. And there are new tires aplenty back here. Green flag. It's something that the 24 has to contend with right now. Yeah, 64 shut the door on him. Russell Black trying to keep him there. Murray there to the bottom. Dudley all the way to the bottom as well. 3 wide in the corner, back to 2. As the 49 has to check out of the corner. William Mann Jr. going to put himself on the run here. Russell Black out front. David Duran going to utilize that new tire strategy. Drops below the double yellow there, or below the yellow there. Kentucky's not a racetrack you want to be dropping on the front straightaway. New tires for the 24. If he can have a little patience on corner exit, he's going to be there. 25 off the wall. Murray saves it. Heavy damage, but he saved it. This track runs green. Man. One more time. Back that up here. Just off corner exit. Carried too much momentum into the corner. He was in the draft of the 24 and just smacks the wall. And the all driver area there, so he'll come to pit road. 32 comes to pit road as well. Jeremy Bailey. Car just not holding on. 24 out front of the 64. 113 of 167. Now these drivers will have to come in, take fuel one more time. They cannot make it. But 112 will be still 54 laps to go this time by. 24 drops the tires below the apron there. Trying to scrub off some time. But the thing is that now David Duran here just ran a 30.37. Russell Black took fuel only on his pit stop, whereas David Duran took tires. Fuel only for Russell Black. Russell Black is keeping pace with him on a little bit older sticker set. And we saw Russell have long run race pace as well. David Duran just trying to get cheeky with it, which is good. It's good. You got to have a strategy. The only way to beat somebody here is to have a different strategy. 15 behind the 29. 15 on a new set as well. Got to be patient. Dudley in that 5 spot. Wrong button there, folks. William Mann Jr. to the inside as well. Russell Black on the high side. See a lot of straight line driving in the corner here. That'll burn your tires up fast. You have to take it easy. Cannot drive straight into the corner. It will lift you up. You will lose more momentum and wear your tires faster driving straighter into the corner. Got to use the downhill approach on these 1.5-mile tracks. 15 clear of the 64, not quite. 64 able to keep pace on the outside. 15 has to run a little higher. Dudley to the bottom side. 15 clear of Russell Black. And here comes Jason Branch. The next set of tires. Newer in the field. 50 laps to go this time by. In pit cycle around that, the most we saw was 38 laps. That's about all you want to run. 39 maybe. Kenny Reel still trying to work his way back to the lead lap here again. Trying to get to the inside of the 31. It's Jay Stenson here battling with the 88. Second lane drive for him. 88, 31 side by side. Kenny Reel and Dalton Powell Both of these drivers battling for the lucky dog spot. There's a lot going on the racetrack right now. Jonathan Casebeer has a good race line. Sees Jay Stenson in front of all of this chaos right now. If he could just be patient, he might get clear just because. Here's Chris Justice on the move. Justice got another 40, so he's got a rear clip now. So that's at least good on his part. Top 10 tonight would be good for him. 1.6 second lead for David Arand, Rich Hurst in second, William Mann Jr. in third. And right now, Jason Branch to clear. Ryan Wasserman off 4, trying to roll forward. Dudley to the bottom side. Wasserman in front of the 49. Wasserman. This little 5-pack right here. You see Jason Branch in third here. He's got 2.4 second difference between he and the leader. It's working around some traffic here. The tire wear that you see from any one of these drivers is exactly how you see it here. Now, if David Arand comes to pit road and you're Rich Hurst, you come to pit road. If David Arand comes to pit road and you're Jason Branch, you come to pit road. If I'm William Mann, I'm coming to pit road. If I'm Brian Wasserman, I might wait a lap. Or any of the drivers that are on just an older set. Jay Stenson did take a set when it came to pit road. And he's battling with Russell Black. Russell Black just trying to get clear here. He is clear. So is the 7. William Mann Jr. fighting for every lane here as the 7 goes to the outside. The pass on the outside, not impossible. Crossover move for the 7. Quite possibly might happen. If not, you might see some bump drafting here at Kentucky. Kentucky is a great racetrack. It really is. It gives different perspective to the race lines that these drivers have to run. It is a tire-eating track. It really is. 7 to the inside of the 29. 1.8 second lead for David Arand. David had some right side damage from the contact with the 79. It's really not making that much of an effect on the car. So, good on that, on the damage to not be there. Richard Hurst, 1.8 and holding. Just got to match lap times and try to gain a little where you can. Jason Branch faster than the top 2. William Mann Jr., 32 second flat. Jay Stenson trying to get around William Mann Jr. Williams the 29 is due. He really is. He is due for a top 3. We haven't seen it. With my Bama fam back here in the Mercury Toyota. So Black, pit road. That cycle might be a little soon. 41 laps to go. It stays green. Russell Black might have a good choice here. I mean, yeah, tires and fuel. He's going to be working. I mean, it's easy to go 2 laps down here. Very easy. Rich Hurst in second, 2 seconds off the pace. Now Jason Branch trying to tow. He is in tow. Something you gotta see is the comparison here. Out of the throttle, back into the throttle a little bit more quickly here for Jason Branch. Rich Hurst next to the wall, down in the corner, out of the corner, back into the throttle, kind of early. A little free off corner exit. It's a fine line navigating the race line here. 15 of the 28 going at it here. David Duran pulling away. Jay Stenson in fourth. Ryan Wasserman in fifth. Kenny Reel, I believe, is the class of the field right now. And he just can't catch a break. He would be your lucky dog if a caution were to come out. And he needs people to pit. He's going to have to run for as long as he can. He's been a 106. When you think about it, he started at the tail end of the field. He has driven himself up to the fifth spot and is catching Jay Stenson. Stenson in on the same cycle. 37 to go this time by. The lights are on here at the Fixed Racing League. We love it. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. Much love to you. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Amar for being the race controller and one of the best painters out there on the sim racing market. Thank you to Admin Box for being the primo button box maker for your admin series. If you need a race control box, I encourage you to go check it out. And yeah, these drivers getting it, man. Good little battle going on right here. 15 to the outside of the 28. And this is where he's been able to excel, being able to defend the line. But there's the 31 back here, creeping his way forward. 88 trying to impact his own race. And right now, the 31 is going to have a run on the front straightaway. Going to be able to drop to the inside of the 28 here. Noel Holmberg having an issue. He comes to pit road. This was on 131. This just happened here. Oh, I think he got free. He sure did. But he's going to take his pit stop. David Durand out front. I'm going to get that first race of the playoffs locked in. $32 to go. Green flag pit stops happening. Gotta have the perfect pit stop here. Chris, thank you for the like, sir. Much love, brother. We are having some fun. What we're doing, having some fun. This battle for second is pulling these drivers back. 15 runs the higher lane. The 28 just cannot clear Rich Hurst here. The more they battle side by side, the more David Duran pulls away, because he's clean air running right now. These guys are battling. David can be like, you know what, y'all just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. 31 to the outside of the 28. 28 gives up the race line. Jason Branch is at 31 down. 31's going to be able to drop to the inside. Rich Hurst will be able to battle back once again to the 31. 88 in tow, trying to get himself just that little bit more. He does not need to be involved in this in a caution here. So he needs to just kind of pick his poison here where he wants to run. 15 battles back to the outside. 31 not able to clear Rich Hurst. Rich Hurst on the defensive driving line. Be able to run that second lane. That's where he needs to run. Rich Hurst, 5.4. David Duran has enough time here that if he needed to come to pit road, he could. Jason Branch on pit road. To watch pit road speeding penalties, that's going to be the only thing that might get a driver. We're going to be 27 laps to go this time by. Jay Stenson on the inside here. Rich Hurst on the outside. Stenson trying to back up the corner. 15 back to the outside. 31 will be able to clear Rich Hurst. Durant comes to pit road. There was enough time there for the 24. As long as he got down to pit road speed, I'm assuming he did. Right now he's running the 50 miles an hour that he needs to. Stenson out front. 88 to the outside. There's Rich Hurst in second. Jay Stenson coming to pit road here. So is the 15. 15 can make up some time here. He can stay on his bumper and get down to pit road speed. Does so. Gives him a bump. 31 gets a bump there. 31 kind of slammed on his brakes in front of the 15. Wasn't down to pit road speed. 15 closed the gap. That's a great thing to do there, but now they're all going to be off their pace. 31 shortcuts his pit box there. William Mann Jr. out front now. David Durand got to get back on the lead lap. He had a big enough gap there that oh baby. Driver coming to pit road. 24 takes off the nose of the 51 of Dalton Powell. William Mann Jr. on pit road. Russell Black out front. David Duran going to close that back in. 5.9 seconds. About 15 lap difference on the tires and fuel. David Duran almost got turned. Jason Branch coming around. 3.9 second difference now. Rich Hurst coming off pit road. Jay Stenson slowed the progression of Rich Hurst there. Chris Justice came in on 139. The 2 lap difference here on the tires. William Mann Jr. coming off pit road. So is Jonathan Casebeer. We're admin box. 25 laps to go here at Kentucky. Russell Black out front. David Duran having to have some defensive driving skills there. Now has a big parachute on his back bumper. We'll see what his lap times do here. Last time he just ran his fastest lap of the race. It's crazy to see that he's running his fastest lap of the race now with a parachute on the back of the car. So maybe just run the fastest 25 laps that you can. Two seconds the gap now. Russell Black. Jason Branch in second. 4.4 seconds. And now Branch stuck in a rock and a hard spot here. As the 51 to the 79. 79. Corey Rowe on the bottom side here. Trying to get out of the way, but hit the apron there. It was almost catastrophe. Almost a catastrophe for him. So it's good to see him be able to hold on to that one. A little right side damage for him. No big deal. I don't know where he got it from, but The way it looks. Russell Black about to be passed like he's standing still. Lap time difference here about 1.3 seconds. So Black on the high side. 0.3 of a second difference. 0.4 of a second difference. 64 trying to rebound for the night. Jason Branch in third. Brian Wasserman got to be in fourth here. Stenson and Rich Hurst, they're duking it out. There's Kenny Reel, who came in at 141. No doubt wants to see Dalton Powell. He's got a whole lot of damage here. He came in on 131 to try to short pit some stuff here. Corey Rowe came in on 140. Dalton Powell would be your lucky dog if something were to happen. Right now, Brian Wasserman, the driver in front of him. Rich Hurst trying to get around to 31. 31 pokes his head outside. 20 laps to go. At 15 has done everything he can to try to work with these drivers. Just run the outside. 88 to the inside. There's Dalton Powell on the bottom. 15 up the race line. 88 in tow. David Durand, 3.3 second lead over second now. 3.5. Russell Black cannot run those times. He's about a second and a half off. I'm sorry, second and about 1.2 seconds off of the pace. And David Duran had a big enough gap that coming to pit road was just the right time. Jason Branch to Brian Wasserman. Wasserman came in one lap later than Jason Branch. There's a 1.3 second difference now. Could have called that one. All right. David Duran's last win was at Phoenix. He won at Talladega, the first race of the season. He won at Michigan, won at Phoenix, and now trying to win. The flatter tracks are his deal. Of course, the super speedways are super speedways. Those things do happen. Yeah, his last that was the doubleheader we had last week. Got his first win of the season at Phoenix in the open dog leg. And then one at Michigan. So yeah. This is kind of his style of racetrack. Jason Branch to second now. The Jay Stenson trying to close in the distance. David Durand out front. 13 laps to go, 8 seconds the difference. Lap traffic has been uncooperative for a lot of the drivers. Stenson driving. And Jay Stenson here is a B-class 1492 I-rated driver. He's putting a hurting on some of these heftier I-rated folks. Rich Hurst behind him, just having a good race. Brian Wasserman right there as well. Wasserman, again, came in on 140. Hurst came in on 141. 7 to the bottom side, 15 rolling. Jason Branch trying to hold on to a top 3 night. The race is for second here between 4 drivers. That could happen at any moment. Wasserman to the inside. Rich Hurst back and forth with Wasserman. Rich Hurst not giving up that line. He does not give up that line very easily. Wasserman kind of has to watch it. 88. Trying to bump draft the 7, but the 15 has the preferred line. Ooh, 7, a little dicey there. A little free for both the drivers. 15 backs out of the corner. I think he might give this one to the 7. 88 has been trying to get around all these drivers the entire time. And I tell you what, Jay Stenson to the bottom side. Aggressive move for the 31 there. And the 28 can just use that expertise and try to get himself clear here. Stenson just trying to pop out. Careful, man. Careful. Great race line for Stenson there on the corner. Jason Branch just looks tight. Right now, Wasserman trying to get around to 31. 28 tied off the race line. 31 back into the throttle. You see the run he's going to have here. 28 way up the race line. He's going to try to defend. Stenson takes second. And now just has to run up the race line, but Brian Wasserman's there. The 7 has the inside line. Stenson able to now run where he needs to. And the 88 finally gets around the 15, but the 15... 88 nowhere to go. 88 still stuck at the same spot he's been. So Kenny Reel just stuck behind traffic. And he's a lap down. And you know he wants to be up here competing for that spot. And right now, as Wasserman clears the 28, Jason Branch in tow. See if Brian Wasserman can get back to the back bumper of Jay Stenson here. Russell Black and on pit road here. David Aran going around David Farella. Put him 2 laps down. Noel Holmberg, last driver on the lead lap. It'll be Russell Black who's going to be coming in. He's going to go a lap down. So Kenny Reel, any hope here? Going to drive his way forward. Jay Stenson leads the second group here, but Brian Wasserman closes the distance. 6 laps to go. Brian Wasserman started second. He's trying to get himself back there. Stenson started 10th. He's up 8 spots. Robert Dudley going to close in as well. He is up 8. 5 laps to go. And you would think all eyes would be... Let me get rid of the sponsor. Sorry about that, folks. And you would think that all eyes would be on David Aran, but David Aran's not putting on a show. These guys are putting on a show back here. Brian Wasserman, Kenny Reel trying to get around these guys, just trying to make an impact. Jay Stenson, the 88's pulling like as far as interfering with a race here, he's absolutely taking the air off of these cars. The 7 is not going to catch Jay Stenson when Kenny Reel is trying to keep himself 15 into the wall. And now Brian Wasserman has to go back to work once again. So the 88, every time he gets side by side with one of these cars, he's pulling them backwards. because that draft does it. The arrow on these cars it works the same, just like it did back in the day. It is the same. And right now, there's Grady coming off of pit road. Mr. Grady Sullivan, little crab walk there. You see the gap, 9.2 seconds. 2 to go. A great race going on back here. Brian Wasserman trying to play catch up to the 31. White flag waves, final lap. David Arand putting on a clinic. Took some damage. Made it dicey. It's all about points, folks. That's what it's all about. He's going to come home with a victory here. And maximize the effort. Stenson will be second, Wasserman third, Branch fourth, Dudley fifth. Robert Dudley, your biggest mover of the race. Kenny Reel still going to be he's going to be 11th outside the top 10. A lap down. Playing a major factor in the top 5 with the top 5. These drivers just today was a whole different kind of race. David Duran could have ran this race with his eyes closed. 24. Gonna go to victory lane. Hold on, folks. Got to listen to the car here. All right. Let's go over your race results. 24 comes home victory lane. Stenson in second. Wasserman third. Jason Branch. Robert Dudley. Your top 5. Hurst, Justice. William Mann Jr., Jonathan Caseberry, Noel Holmberg, your top 10. Kenny Reel finishes right outside the top 10, 11th. Russell Black, Corey Rowe. Dalton Powell, your top 14. David Perella, Grady Sullivan, Mari. Jeremy Bailey, Jason Kraft, the last driver back here in the 43, getting that penalty earlier. Didn't help out. And he was out of the race on 106. So 61 laps down. Feel for Jeremy Bailey. It was rough. Mari's 25 laps down as well. Rough day at the office. That's for darn sure. Waiting for your race winner, folks. Bear with me. All right. Well, we'll talk to. Never mind. Come on. Right afterwards, folks. Right afterwards. David Duran's going to be a race winner. Walk me through this one real quick.
It was fun. Being in that clean air, I think that was kind of most important. Is if you were in clean air, then when you're stuck behind the car in front of you, um, you're feel like you're burning up the right rear a little bit more than you need to. So I think getting clean traffic was a big key, and especially the long run. The long run, this car was awesome during the long run. I was hoping it would stay in green the whole way, and I'm happy it did.
Talk to me about the move with new tires with 79 there on the inside. That one was a little sketch. Almost it could almost ended your race there. I know that he kind of came up, got to the 25 there though. Choices with new tires to kind of be aggressive early.
Well, I don't know what his tire situation is. I tried to take advantage of the run. We couldn't go below the yellow line, which that's another scenario, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But when you have the run, the momentum going in the tri-oval going in the 1 and 2, I try to take advantage of that. I try to make a hold, and it was there for a second. Then then I saw Matt, saw Mari's kind of like got a little loose, and I didn't. And 79 got out of shape. I didn't look at the replay yet, just judging what I saw in front of me and just try to get out of there.
Oh, what it is. I told everybody you could drive this. You could have driven this tonight with your eyes closed. Everybody else behind you was racing harder than you were. Sorry, you didn't get much airtime because, like, from second on back, that whole little pack right there was doing. I mean, you got airtime. You got the leader airtime like you normally, but you should have braked a little bit and went back and raced him.
I had 8 seconds on him, so I mean that'd have been a long time for that to happen. But I found when I was I guess there was like 4 or 5 cars going and battling for second. So yeah. I mean,
well, that's the advantage. So I mean, I knew when you were coming to pit road. I kind of called. I was like, now's the perfect time for him to come to pit road. He's got a 5-second lead. These guys are battling. If he comes to pit road right now, that's the race. He's not gonna have any issue. Lo and behold, there you went. Yeah, this one was I hate to say it, but it was kind of I don't know. Kentucky's a great racetrack, and I love this racetrack. But it was kind of predictable when it came to the race line. These cars still use the same aero package from back when the Gen 6s were still out there. You could side draft, you can work the line. But clean air you were talking about is important, and today it was.
Yeah, it definitely was. But knowing the track / car / the weather conditions, so the experience, I think it came into play here, and this is one of my favorite 1.5 miles. So, it was a matter. My important thing was trying to master 3 and 4 because that's where we were able to gain the most time on somebody, or you can lose time on somebody. Just pilot your entries on 3 and 4. Same that goes in 1 and 2 as the run, got longer. 1 and 2, getting tight. So most people think, oh, you can just flat out go on 1 and 2. Yeah. You have to like kind of play with the throttle just to get the nose to straighten up just a little bit to create your exit. So that's why I love running this racetrack. Love running this car on this. So
600. It's a 650. It's a 650 package, man. That's there's no full throttle.
No, early probably 7 to 10 laps you can probably do it, but after that, then it's really just back it off early, because my break point was pretty much like the Z-Max on going into 3 and 4. It was kind of my break point to get the car to turn, and it did. And like I said, I love running this 1.5 miles. It's one of my favorite tracks to run. So I'm happy we got the sweep for the weekend and move on to New Hampshire, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Well, I mean, you've won at short track, you've won at a super speedway. Now you got the 1.5 mile out of the way. And you got Michigan, so you got the 2 miler out. So, I mean, you've won at every style racetrack. You don't have a road course up here. It'd be the next the next step for you. Dave, give you shout outs, man. Congrats on the victory here.
I just thank the Radius Racing for letting me be part of their team and following your broadcast, Jason. It's a pleasure watching you. And I watch your other broadcasts too, not just for this league, but we do during the week. You do a superb job. I always follow you. I hope you really have a happy Thanksgiving. We're not racing next week, so I'm gonna give you a shout out to you. Happy Thanksgiving for next week, and we'll move on to New Hampshire, and that's gonna be a tricky racetrack.
It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be a good. Hopefully, it'll run similar to kind of what you did today. I mean, of course, it's a smaller version of it, but it's kind of the same idea and same mindset as Kentucky is. It's just smaller. But hey, much love. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well, brother. We'll see you when you get back.
Yes, sir, Jason. You have a good one.
You too. 24 comes home in victory lane. And now we can talk to the 31. 31's going to be your P2 finisher here today. Jay, you're from Bristol. I see it.
Yes, sir.
You must like these flat tracks, even though Bristol's kind of got that heavy bank, but this flat track worked out for you today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. It's first race in this league. Everybody did a great job, very courteous, clean racing. I wanted to return the favor for the playoff drivers and anybody else around. I didn't want to hit nobody or get anybody's way or cause any issues. Just want to come out and having a good time. And Richard Hurst and I were kind of running together, and we set a plan and stuck to it, and it turned out pretty good there at the end.
It looked like it was fun, but I was giving you a hard time for popping out and making aggressive moves. I was. I was absolutely. I was like, oh God, please don't lose it.
Oh yeah. It's I guess when you get down in it, you forget sometimes, and like I'd get a run and not want to hit somebody in the butt, so I'd pop up instead of trying to hit them in the tail or have to brake check the guy behind me. So it was fun. It's interesting trying to figure out how everybody races and what they like and who they are and how they race. So it was a great time. I appreciate the guys for letting me come in and race the rest of these playoffs, and just excited to get that second place. That was fun.
Yeah, not too bad. I think Rich had a top 3 his first race in too, so that was not a bad thing. But
No.
I'm unbiased. I will give everybody a hard time.
I don't mind it, man. I expect it, and if you're getting talked about even a little bit, well, what do they say? Bad press is good press.
No.
Bad press is just press.
It's just press. No, it was good. It was great watching, and actually that whole. And I told David, I was like, I'm sorry, you didn't get at near as much airtime as the guys behind you did. And I was like, you could have braked and went back there and raced with them because they were putting on a show and you weren't.
Yeah, like that dude's ridiculous. That was he had a good line here, great strategy. He got in and out of pits perfect. Like,
and he had clean
ran
air.
a perfect race.
Yeah, he had clean air.
He ran a perfect race. I could have tried to short pit him, which I thought about it. But I thought at the end of the day, if I short pitted him, it probably still wouldn't be enough, and then I wouldn't have enough to hold off the rest of the field if I got to second. So, me and Richard made a call. It worked out, and I'm happy with a P2 and my first race here with these guys. It was a lot of fun.
Nothing wrong with it, just as long as you remember that you got to do it again next week, or 2 weeks from now. So
Yep.
I don't care who wins or loses. That's what folks need to understand. I care about clean, fun, fast, good racing. And I mean clean by there's going to be touching, there's going to be door banging, there's going to be bump and runs. What I mean is the simulator working appropriately.
Sure, absolutely. Man, me and Jason Branch had a nice little battle there for a little while. That was fun. We was both clean. Everybody did the right things. Nobody shoving anybody out of the way or anything like that. So I appreciate Mr. Branch there for racing me clean. And then Brian, he kind of let us go. We was a little bit faster. Instead of doing the blocking and stuff, he bided his time until he got back up in third. And so I want to thank him for racing clean and doing the right things there. And that will be returned and remembered.
Tell you what, if Kenny wasn't pulling the air off of him, you guys would have had a battle for second.
Well, I asked him. I asked him. He had said that he had a little bit of front end damage. So, but I feel like it would have been close and it'd have been a fun battle. And he may have got me.
Every time Kenny went to the inside to try to pass one of you guys, he kept pulling you guys back. So which is racing. I mean, that's what it is. So, it is. It was intense. It was fun. It's energetic. Kind of a good day. All right, Jake, give you shout outs. Congrats on your P2 finish, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for broadcasting. I can't wait to go back and take a look at it. I've watched a few of your races, man. They've been all entertaining and fun, and I've enjoyed all of them. So it brought me and made me want to come in here and run.
Good. Yeah, I'll do a better job next time then.
Well, we appreciate you, man. I want to thank the guys in the league here for the Fixed Racing League for allowing me to come in here. It's a fun league. Anybody that's listening or watching, give them a shot. We had a great time tonight. A lot of green flag racing, and come on in, have a good time. These guys are great.
Except for the lap one caution. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yep. Not at all.
Nick, thank you for the like out there. All right, brother. We'll let you go. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody else out there. Thanks.
Yeah. 31 comes home P2. And last but not least, we talk to the Wasserman. Ryan, what do you say, man?
Hey.
Dude, I was rooting for you. I'm not going to lie.
Dude, I couldn't catch a break, man. I get right front damage, and I hold off on the repair, finally use it, then get right front damage again. I'm like, oh, my God. And then I just had to deal with it. So it kind of drove like a pig.
Yeah.
About halfway through each run, man, it was frustrating. It was the hardest fought third place I've had in a long time, man.
I was talking about Kenny being up in the mix, and Kenny wanted to be there. He got that penalty, and he wanted to be up there racing inside the top 5, and he was just trying to maintain his track position, keep what he had. But at a certain point there, I was like, he keeps pulling these guys back. They keep trying to race each other, and he tries to shoot the inside, and it pulls the air off of you. And then next thing you know, you can see the side draft working here.
We mentioned that to him as we were driving there in the last 5 laps or so.
Yeah, but it was good. It was one made it interesting. He impacted the top. If he doesn't think he impacted the top 5, he. Kenny, you impacted the top 5, buddy. I promise you did.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Oh, that was a good time, though. I tell you what, it was fun. That was the broadcast. Was it fun for TV?
The first 60 laps, I was yawning. Not because of you guys, just because I'm tired. Kenny, every point counts. Yes, sir. But you were 11th. You were the first car 1 lap down. Oh wait, no. You were talking about the points against the other drivers. Yes, sir. I know what you mean. And it's okay. That's racing. I said it. It's racing. It was entertaining, and I was when I saw that you guys got the penalty. I was like, oh man, I've not seen a league call that. It is the rule. It is the rule in NASCAR, but I've never seen a league enforce it. So cool. But they would have gotten another point if he makes the pass. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Jay still puts up a fight. I still think everybody puts up a fight, but, it is crazy. But it was great to see the side draft work still. I think that was the coolest thing about today's race, is watching you guys utilize the side draft.
It had a huge impact. Yep, huge impact. Sure.
And then the net code sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened. You were involved with that one. And there's just nothing that we could, I mean, it just happens. I mean, it was very early on in the race. That's what's great about this too, is that you're able to rebound. Chris was able to rebound as well. And that's kind of, when you have these circumstances, this is where I like fast repairs.
Yeah, you know what? If I'll let you know, this league has one per race. Seems to work out good. I like it. You know, you get too many, and then the racing gets sloppy. But
Hmm.
one's tight.
One's pretty good, and you don't get you don't get those full senders.
Yeah. I mean, I could have used 2 tonight. Typically, use it. So, but hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. I'll take a third. After all I dealt with tonight, the third. I'll take it.
That's not too bad. That'll be a good spot for the points when it comes to the playoffs. Got to keep yourself inside the top 8. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Man, I'm gonna do 2 of them.
You're doing 2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. 2 different occasions.
Well,
in the cold of taking a little trip.
All right.
Seeing family.
I like it.
How about you?
I am gonna do a cold smoked turkey this year.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
And we're gonna do it.
Nice.
We're gonna do it with so I made a new deer rub for my jerky, and my Mrs. Signature said, "Hey, can you put that on the turkey when you do it this year?" I was like, "Yeah."
Ooh.
So we're gonna try
Good
something.
call.
Try something different, because we know that I love my beef jerky unlimited. But when we go deer hunting, there's venison jerky that gets dehydrated at the house, and that's a real thing. There's 30 pounds of deer jerky on top of the, you know, I have 6 more packages of beef jerky unlimited sitting here that I snack on too. I don't know, man. My protein's probably up there right now. I might want to watch that and my cholesterol. I don't know.
Yeah, you might.
I'm getting older. I need to watch what I'm doing. All right, Brian. Much love, brother. P3 finished tonight. We're gonna take a week off, and well, you guys are gonna take a week off. I'm not taking a week off yet. I've still got racing through Tuesday, and it's gonna be actually.
You still doing the charity races? Tots
Saturday. Yep. We got one more. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that'll be on. We've got Charlotte coming up on Saturday. So I encourage everybody, if you want to do it, you have to be in my Discord, or you have to join my Discord to get all the information there. I thought of I'm thinking about doing 3 more races, but it depends on if Paul's out there listening or watching. Paul, you guys got to tell me, because if not, I'm going to run 3 more races, and then y'all going to have to have at it. There's a dirt series that needs a broadcaster on Saturdays, and they begin December 2nd, which is 2 weeks from now. But I want to make sure that I'm prepared for them, so I don't want to say yes, let's do another 3 races and have to cut out on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we got a goal, man. We've raised $1,750 so far for Toys for Tots.
That's such a chatter.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome to be able to hit that 2,000 mark, because then I'll let my daughter do some weird makeup thing to me, and then at 2,250, I think we're giving away something. 2,500, we're giving away 2,500. So okay, so at 2,750, I'm giving away an Oculus.
Wow.
And then at 3,250, we're giving away a PS5 or an Xbox, something like that. You know, if we can get to 5,000, I'm getting a tattoo. And it's
but any idea what kind of a tattoo it's
going
to be?
I'm gonna let chat choose.
Oh,
2-inch by a 2-inch by 2-inch tattoo. Could be a meme.
God, it could be. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I should put it between the leagues. That's what I'll do. I'll get the league logo tattooed on me for the highest bid. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. That is a real thing. I don't mind. It's just another tattoo. I've got plenty of them. That's what we'll do. Brian, you just gave me an idea. You're getting all the credit. We're calling it the Brian Wasserman Tattoo Fund.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad I can. Yep. Glad to contribute.
Give me shout outs, man. We've had a
Shout outs.
Yeah, I just wanted to end the conversation.
I tell you what, man. Let's shout out to all the boys at the Fixed League group. Some fun, and of course you, the almighty stud broadcaster, and everybody contributing to the Tots, Toys for Tots charity. That's pretty cool.
Everybody.
And that's about all I can think of right now, man. I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
It's late.
Yeah, it's 10:15 my time. What time is you? Are you East Coast?
11:14.
You're
Yeah.
East Coast.
Coast.
My man,
Yeah.
go get some sleep.
Yeah. Will do. Appreciate it.
You too. Brian Washington comes home. P3, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I know you're getting ready to say that.
Back at you. Happy turkey.
You too, brother. That's the old 7. Yep, we're going to let them have at it. Let them all talk about it. Let them have some fun. They nailed it. They knocked it out of the park. Dudley says, have a great and safe Thanksgiving all. Absolutely. If you want to be a part of the Toys for Tots race, that's tomorrow. I will, we will have some fun. Y'all just nailed it and we loved it. Be good, be safe. It was a great race. It really was. Sorry I yawned in the beginning, folks. I don't like it. David Arand gets the victory here. Remember they're going to take a week off and they're going to be back here in 2 weeks, 2 Fridays from now. Excuse me. So for these drivers who, if I don't see them this over the weekend and I don't see them all the way up until Tuesday, well, happy Thanksgiving to them. To you out there watching, if I don't see you in the next couple of days, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Make sure you follow me on Twitch because my personal gaming streams are going to be on Twitch. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. We have this ship review coming up for Star Citizen for IAE 2953, which is the ship, basically the Intergalactic Aero Expo, which is what's going on. They're showing new ships or showing old ships and doing all that stuff. I'm making little snippets of that. I'm gonna put one out tomorrow, and then I have a game review coming up as well. It's I'll have to look at it. I think it's a game that Mrs. Signature would like to play, but I'm going to review it because it looks interesting. Of course, we have our Path to Sea of Thieves that we're working on. Sea of Thieves is going to be our number 2 game that we're going to focus on. So I have 2 forms of content. We have iRacing, we have Sea of Thieves. That'll be all on my Twitch channel, but check out our YouTube channel. We've got game reviews, tutorials, OBS tutorials, SDK tutorials out there as well. Be a member, subscribe to our support us by either subscribing on Twitch, becoming a supporter on Facebook, or becoming a member on YouTube. All of them are pretty affordable. Or you can donate paypal.me/signature esports or cash.app/money signature esports. Or exclamation point tip, whichever. I don't know. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, folks. You've really knocked it out of the park, and you've really just helped us continue to be one of the best platforms out there. And I know that these drivers love it. I love it, and because I love it so much, we're going to keep doing it for as long as we can. Make sure that you keep tuning in each week, because without you, these drivers couldn't do any more, and they could not give the 110% effort that they do. So much love. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. Watch the last lap and the burnout for the 24. We'll see you tomorrow for Toys for Tots.
Yeah.